Hello everybody, this is another explanation of one of my mods, and the mod today is...
Yes? What did you need?
Yes, what do you need? That's the name of the mod. No, it's the Spells of the Goddesses mod, or Spells of the Hylian Goddesses, something like that. I am actually recording this before I release it because I have been particularly mean with how I placed them. So the first thing, once you have the mod, the first thing you want to do, go to the College of Winterhold and go to the Midden. And this is important. It's near the Atronach Forge, what we're looking for. That is not the right way. Excuse me. I actually looked up what Midden is, and it's essentially a garbage pit. So that's funny. Oh, these things? Remember what these look like, because they'll be important too. I'll explain that later. Ah, there it is. Never mind. Actually, no. I guess it's not here. It's somewhere else. Here it is. Okay. So you go to the Atronach Forge. It's in the Midden. Just the Midden. Go into the Atronach Forge. Here's the Atronach Forge. Turn right. Hello. And over here in this room, which is actually locked, you have to unlock it. There's all these mushrooms, which is nice. But then there's this thing called Ancient Enchanter. And you look in that, and there's nothing in it. Not yet, anyway. Unless I screwed something up. Anyway, there's an old note on top of it. And the old note says, Silverdrift Lair, Shroud, Hearth, Barrow, and Lost Valley Redoubt. You gotta take that for future reference. And obviously those are the places that you're supposed to go. But, as I said, I was ridiculously mean. So I'm gonna hop in the TARDIS. Oh, that's right. And pop on over to Silverdrift Lair. Come on, TARDIS. There you go. That was slow. That's not the right even way. Here, there it is. Right, Silverdrift Lair. Silverdrift Lair is southeast of Dawnstar. It's down here. There's the Great Cliff at Alfland over there, and there's got the Bronzewater Cave and the Nightgate Inn, and it's in that area. There's Waning Stones. This place, Winterhold, or the Pale. Yeah, that's the Pale. This is Winterhold.
Yes? What did you need?
Yes, I did. Whatever. Silverdrift. Oh, yeah, I gotta take care of these guys.
It's a bad time to get lost, friend.
So I'll take care of these guys and bring you back when I get to the place that I need to be. Okay, you go all the way through Silverdrift Lair to the Word Wall here. There's all this junk. Word Wall, Ruined Book, there's a couple of Draugr in here. And you turn right. And there's this hall here. There's Giganto Chest. Filled with interesting things. And then there's this boring looking urn. So, remember what I said about those things? Those little soul gem holders? You have to look for those. Like, upturned, out of place, something fell, those, in Silverdrift Lair, Lost Valley Redoubt, and Shroud, Hearth, Barrow. And right next to it is this tiny little ruby, Din's Ruby. And it weighs a whole unit. And I think... No, it's actually in books. because it's a spell tome, and as you can read, it creates a fire explosion that launches and burns foes. So I will take that, and you learn Din's Fire, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Now I have to get out of here. Shroud, Hearth, Barrow, of course, is right next to Iverstead. Iverstead, and you have to talk to Wilhelm in the inn to unlock Shroud, Hearth, Barrow, because otherwise you can only just get into one room.
Nordic ruins, even older than I am. I wonder if the Draugr are as gullible as they were when I was a girl.
Every so often, Serana, you say something, and it's just like, ooh.
Yes? What did you need?
Serana. Okay. In Shroud, Hearth, Barrow, deep in the deep,
Yes?
way in
What
the
did you
back,
need?
in Shroud, Hearth depths, you come to this area here, and way
Yes.
over
What
there,
did you need?
I will throw a mage light so you can see. Mage light. I don't have it bookmarked. I don't even have it. Okay. Well, can you see that? Right at the crosshair, there's a little, one of those soul
What
gem
did you need?
holders. Soul gem holder. I will use Unrelenting Force. You can use Unrelenting Force, Whirlwind Sprint to get over that ledge. Maybe telekinesis? I don't know. I've never used. I've never had telekinesis, so I wouldn't know. So I'm gonna try. How does that work? I'm gonna try Whirlwind Sprint. Oh, here we go.
What?
Alright, yeah, Whirlwind Sprint is probably best. So in this little thing, you have Nayru Sapphire, which, of course, is another spell tome. Nayru Sapphire. And this one, this is Mage Armor. The last, spell is in Lost Valley Redoubt, which is... there's Arkham Slams if you have Dawn Guard. Rorikstead, go south from Rorikstead. Lost Valley Redoubt, there you go. Cradlestone Tower, Valpoon. South from Rorikstead, that's the best way to go it. Best way to go it. That sounds like a... oh, and you have to beat up some Forsworn. I assume that is.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, I'll bring you back when I get to what I need to do. Eat that steak. Anyway, the last spell is Lost Valley Redoubt, as I said. There's a gigantic waterfall. It's actually the first, like, you come in from down there. Here's these stairs, and it's actually like the first camp that you come across. There's this low down area, and then you come up here, and then there's these stairs and this very poorly textured hide. And then over here is this giant cooking spit, and there's salmon, and there's these tents and everything, and Forsworn everywhere. And, lo and behold, there's one of these things. Surprisingly far from the shore. So, it's in this lake, under the waterfall. And I recommend that you swim around. And so it'll settle in one of these corners. For me, it settled in this corner. Usually it'll settle in this corner. There's a chance it might settle here or here. So look in the corners. And it's an emerald. Farore's Wind. It might say Farore's Emerald in your version. So Farore's Wind, use it. Farore's Wind is a alteration spell, and what it does is it makes you invisible, it slows time, it does this little blast that knocks people down, and it makes you silent, and it's essentially a teleportation spell, but from your perspective, what teleportation would look like to you. I could have made it like a copy of a mark and recall spell or something like that, but I didn't really have the patience. And plus I thought this was just cooler. And it makes it more offensive. Not offensive, but an offense weapon of sorts. It should not be novice, it should be like master. That will be fixed in the one you download. Yeah, that should definitely be, it should be a master spell. As you can see from the cost, it costs a lot. So you need to have like really good alteration and a whole butt-ass magic. So I will bring you back to the midden, where I will show you the other two spells. There are two more spells that this mod adds, and they're derived from the spells that we've already discovered. So, to Winterhold! Yes. Okay. The midden, go to the midden, back to the midden. We're back at the midden. And we're back at the Ancient Enchanter, and now that we know the Din's Fire and Nayru's Love, now that we know the spells, a challenger has appeared in the Ancient Enchanter's list, and there's two things that you can do. Din's Fire, Nayru's Love, a ward version of Nayru's Love, and a ranged version of Din's Fire. And you need ruined books for both of them. I don't know if there are any around here. I don't think there are. So I'll just They have to be the vanilla ruined books, the ruined books from the game itself. I don't know if there are multiple ruined books in the game. I just chose ruined books, so it might just be a specific ruined book. Anyway, ruined book. Ooh, I forgot to put myself another one. I have 7 filled Grand Soul Gems, so I'm gonna use those. They do not replace the spells, obviously. They just add to them. So, range and they're only 90. Ooh, wow.
What did you need? Yes? What did you need?
I leveled up from doing that. Yeah, it improves your enchanting skill, evidently.